Madam Speaker, the resignation of a Canadian executive from the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank confirms what we've long been saying. The bank is a tool of the Chinese Communist Party to spread its authoritarian model of governance throughout the Indo-Pacific region. The bank has said it's willing to lend to Myanmar's military junta, who've been targeting the Rohingya minority, and there are suggestions it is willing to resume lending to Russia. What more proof does the government need to conclude that this bank runs contrary to Canada's interests and values?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Tourism and Assistant Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And as the member opposite knows, the Government of Canada has halted all government-led activity at the bank, and the Minister of Finance has instructed the Department of Finance to lead an immediate review of Canada's involvement. The Canadian government is currently discussing this issue with its allies and partners that are also members of the bank. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Member for Wellington Halton Hills.
Madam Speaker, just a couple of years ago, Global Affairs Canada advised the government that the bank is an example of how Beijing, quote, promotes perspectives on governance, economic security, and human rights that diverge in fundamental ways from Canada's, end quote. And just 2 years ago, the Finance Committee recommended the government withdraw from the bank. Former Solicitor General and Liberal Finance Chair Wayne Easter said the recommendation should serve as a wake-up and smell the roses moment for the government. So when will the Prime Minister heed the advice of Global Affairs Canada, heed the advice of senior Liberals, and withdraw Canada from the bank?
Yes. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Présidente.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And as I said, the Government of Canada has indeed put an end to all activities of the government within the bank, and the Minister has tasked the Finance Minister with reviewing Canada's participation. Madam Speaker, the Government of Canada is also discussing this issue with our allies and partners that are members of the bank.